Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Clutterfly Effect Podcast with Julie.
And Greg.
And Norm.
My dad. And we're the Peters Clan. And we're having a podcast based on the book that my mom and I wrote, The Clutterfly Effect. Tweak your way to total transformation by decluttering your life and how small steps can yield big results. And we're here doing the podcast today because clutter is a big thing in everyone's life, and it literally zaps your energy and prevents you from having the life you deserve, the life you want. And it tends to being our biggest excuse in a lot of ways as well.
Yes.
And Greg, you talked to me this day about a thought you had about clutter and so forth. I want you to share it with me.
Well, the thought I had about clutter was, is doing things today to help the person you will be tomorrow.
Yes.
So if with a house full of clutter, sometimes it's hard to do things that you want to do. So you feel overwhelmed, so you don't do it, and you're hurting the person that you're going to be in the future. Yeah,
you end up just being the same person over and over again, even though there's a part of you that really wants change, novelty, freshness, and these new big dreams that you have, but you can't because you're stuck with the same old stuff or crap around you. Mm-hmm. And mom and I used to talk about clutter as like, you got clutter with your beliefs, you got clutter with your habits, clutter with your thoughts, and it's the same stuff. Cluttered energy, it's like the same stuff you have over and over again, and it just takes up so much space in your life. You have not created a void for the new stuff. Right. And here we are on this podcast, and we're here trying to, as a family, figure out how we can create the void for the new stuff that we want.
Right.
And I just want to say, I love this thought that you had about, I go to sleep sometimes and I don't want my past self to mess over my future self.
Right.
And how do you get there? Tell me more about what you're feeling at night.
Well, at night.
At your worst times. Okay, we're not saying every single day you're crying in your pillow.
No.
Just once in a while, maybe?
Oh. Yes, crying. I hold it tight and, my tear-stained pillow.
Now, I just want to stop.
I got so many Legos in the house.
I got so many. What am I going to do?
How do I get to the Legos? I wake up and Legos are just falling over me on me.
Now, I do want to stop for 1 second this podcast and let everybody know that Norm is officially part of this podcast, right, Dad?
I am officially part of this podcast.
Now, but I've taken a picture of him, and I will put this in our notes possibly because he just had his knee replaced, and he is
on good drugs.
On good drugs.
Okay, so he yes, on good drugs.
And so he's laying in bed, and Greg, the musical genius that he is, he luckily had the right boom microphone, so he doesn't have to leave the bed, Right. And so you may not be hearing a lot of him today in this podcast. We wanted him to be on our first podcast.
Yes.
This is our flagship podcast.
He's a part of this.
He's a part of this.
And I want you to hear everything I want to say.
We should take a picture of all of us, in our little spots here.
Yes,
just to have or whatever.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, that might be embarrassing.
But that's the whole point of podcasting and so forth. So there's a 3-person podcast. Norm may just not be as engaged as he usually is.
It's on pretty heavy-duty painkillers right now.
Yes, exactly. So, Dad, on a scale of 1 to 10, where's your pain at?
Right now, it's like, since I'm not moving, it's like a 2.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You can handle that.
Yeah, I can handle that.
You got this fancy little ice machine that they give. I just want to say I'm breaking podcast rules here, but I love modern technology. Instead of putting an ice pack on your knee, they've come up with this fancy cooler that you fill with ice and water, and then hoses that circle cold water around the knee, and you're like,
probably cost about $300 for that thing.
Or you insurance.
Just put a bag of ice on your knee.
I mean, they're going to charge our insurance company $300. This couldn't cost more than $20.
Right.
At the most.
Yeah.
I'm guessing, in mass production.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's pretty cool.
It's just a cooler with a water pump on it.
Yeah.
Pumping the water to like a knee brace.
Exactly.
Nice.
Kind of wild. I love it.
Yeah.
So, awesome.
But I didn't invent it.
It's Cooler Talk with the Peters.
Yes.
Instead of having our cold baths in the morning, we're just having this wire wrapped around us.
Well, I mean, you know what? That's a good idea.
Is it?
Well, 'cause
I have once in a while.
Yeah. I mean, have we talked about jumping into cold water?
Not
I
yet.
think that it's just, you know.
We typically, when we're listening to like, how do we improve our lives?
Optimization.
How do we like live longer? Well, I guess we got to start jumping into cold water.
Do I really? I'm like, oh God. You know.
Except that's all a theory. They don't really have any evidence for it.
Ooh,
That's what the AARP said to Dad.
Yeah,
He got his money.
You know why?
Yes.
Because they lost the evidence. Because every dude out there was like, I don't. Please don't tell me I got to jump into the cold water.
Yeah, Did we do a blind study on this?
Yeah.
Did you like tell people like this is really cold and it's only like 62 degrees?
You know, maybe the people who sell cold water tubs are the ones putting out all the information.
Possibly. It's
it's
definitely a conspiracy.
It's definitely a conspiracy. You know.
Yeah.
You know, and we're going to be selling saunas. Portable saunas.
Oh, yes.
No. Have you not looked at Amazon for those? I have looked. They're only like a couple $100.
I'd love to see you zip. Like, are you going to zip you up and like just your neck hanging out?
They now have just sauna blankets.
sauna.
You just lay down.
Blanket?
Your head is out. Yeah. Can I just keep adding blankets or heating
Oh,
pads?
my God. The sauna blanket is just a heating blanket.
There's weighted blankets.
Yeah.
You know, when after Dad got a surgery,
Yeah.
it was like, I think I'm going to put something on it. Like, what? I'm like, Dad, no. Like a weight. He's like, he would have put a weight to keep more straight.
Yes.
I'm like, did the doctor tell you to put a 10-pound weight on your knee?
He goes, doctors don't know everything. I'm going to hack this thing.
Like, no doctor ever was like, we got to tell them not to put 10-pound weights on their knees.
It never occurred to them that some
like
guy might be
somebody-
doing something stupid?
Well, I remember a long time ago, 2 times in my life, I've heard something medical that I thought was ridiculous and had to be a lie.
Okay.
And then to find out it was true. Do you have any idea what they were?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I've heard a lot of stuff over the years.
Okay, the first one was I'm in a conversation with people I like and trust, and all of a sudden they go, yeah, and they have these pills now where they're fecal matter pills, and you take
No,
these
it's
fecal
all true.
And I said,
I think you put it as a suppository.
I go, no way is someone taking someone's poop, turning it into a pill, and then you're ingesting it to help your biodome in your gut.
Yeah.
They're like, no, it's real. I go, this is not real.
Yeah.
And then sure enough, I would have put $1 million that this person was just following some cuckoo guy on the internet. And then now it is literally...
It's called fecal transplant.
It's called fecal transplant.
Yeah.
You put
You got to be careful, though, who you get your fecal transplanted from. You know?
Yes.
Well, you know what?
But your biodome,
I'm going to tell you right now, this is when you don't have to be...
my butt's cluttered. That's what it is. I got to declutter my butt, man.
I tell you what,
Sorry,
when I had my colonoscopy, I never felt so good before I got
Before or
knocked
after?
out. Yeah, I was like, I am totally free.
Yeah.
My colon is
Colon free.
free.
Clutter, yeah.
My colon clutter is free.
Yeah.
So yes, but that was one of them. I go and I don't know. I'm still amazed that and what I wanted to say is that I think fecal transplants now, I think it's the time when you said you gotta be careful
Well,
on who you have.
yeah.
Because the truth is though with bacteria, you want the dirtiest, messiest. I don't give a crap what I'm putting in my mouth. Poo. You want that guy's poo.
I
don't want
have
keto
not
poo.
studied this.
Okay, I know.
But I'm hoping it's a suppository where you just put the pill up your butt. You don't have to swallow the pill.
No, it goes up. Doesn't go up your butt. You gotta swallow it.
Why? You want the bacteria in your colon.
No, you want it in your gut.
In your stomach?
In your stomach. That's
I
where
think gut's a general term for your intestines.
Greg, I don't. So you're thinking that just it's a suppository and goes up your butt?
No. I'm hoping it's a suppository.
Okay. Now
I don't think they do. There's no way they just give it to you to take it home at your leisure.
You know,
Hey, sure
this
you
conversation's going down a real rat hole.
There's
No.
poo pill.
No, and then the other
I'm just
one.
saying you gotta make sure because all that stuff makes your brain feel good. If you're
Okay.
energetic, tired,
You want to hear it from happy people.
Yeah, you want to make sure you go. I want
Oh, my God.
Dwayne Johnson's poo poo.
Yes, I would like that. Well, you guys ever watch that show iZombie? It's on Netflix.
No.
So she becomes a person.
I have not.
So when she eats brains,
Okay.
she becomes that person.
Yeah.
So she feels bad when she's eating
Oh.
depressed brains.
Oh.
So she likes to eat happy person's brains,
Yeah.
you know. So I guess it could be just like you
Yeah.
want to have a fecal transplant. Like in some ways, it'd be like a sperm bank. You go to a sperm bank and they have a book.
Please don't make me.
No, you have a booklet, and you flip through the booklet,
Okay.
and you're like, 6'2", musically inclined, went to Harvard. I'm like, Harvard?
You know,
No more.
I give that line every night to my
To your wife.
Yes.
What line is that?
Is she eating your
the
shit?
transplant. I got it.
Honey, are you ready for a sperm transplant?
Are you ready?
It's really healthy for
Got
you.
it. This is good for you.
It's very good.
You know what though? I'd like to get off that topic though because
Yes, no
it's just
problem.
a little weird. But
It is weird. Okay, don't worry about it. The
that
other
was funny.
thing-
But
yes, it was
I
funny.
thought it was funny.
It was. Now, the other one was I was talking to people I know who I trusted, and we were talking about someone brought up the idea that no, you really can if you don't have foreskin, you can literally grow foreskin again by putting little weights on part of your penis that has foreskin, and the foreskin will stretch out.
I like it. Dad. He takes the weight. Puts it on his knee and little strings attached to his.
Is that a 10-pound weight you got in your pocket, or you just glad to see me?
You're just lying there, Dad, with a weight on your knee and little tiny strings attached to your skin of your penis.
Oh.
And we walk in and like, geez, no.
So it goes, I'm accomplishing two things at once, guys.
Yes.
I'm healing my knee,
Yeah.
and I'm growing my foreskin.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
But,
the
but if you don't grow the stuff under your foreskin, you're just going to have a long, tubey foreskin. That's going to be weird, guy.
I have not researched this, but I
I have not done a meta study.
yeah,
I have done,
yeah.
but yes. So here we are.
And how you do a blind test with that?
Everything is blind on that test. Don't look. Just don't look.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
You know?
Well, that's what I've been saying lately to Dad because of his
Yeah.
surgery. I'm like, he's like, oh, I need help, but don't look. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. I don't have eyes. I don't have eyes to see what's going on here, but that's fine. It's all good. It's all
Okay,
good.
but just a little clarification. She's not grabbing anything with no tissue. She's
Right.
not grabbing any tissue.
It's more like, come in, hand me the toilet paper, but don't look at anything. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. And
Yeah.
it's just what it is.
Yeah.
She doesn't, I don't need that much help.
No, you don't, Dad. Not
Okay.
that
I've been pulling my pants down, pulling my underpants down, getting out.
Yeah.
I'm practically self-sufficient. Oh, give me my water. Give me my pills. Oh, set the boom mic out so I don't have to move. Help me out of bed. Hold me. Stand me by the toilet.
But I
got-
am self-sufficient.
Pull my underpants down. Pull my underpants up. Okay, give me my walker. I'm self-sufficient though. It's not. I'm not a child.
I'm not. I'm going to get through this.
You know,
We
yeah.
are all going to get through this.
We're all gonna get through this.
No, exactly.
I mean, he's heading to surgery, so yes, this is okay.
Yes. There's surgery modesty,
Yes.
and then there's non-surgery modesty.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
at surgery modesty
yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what was your line yesterday? You told me when your butt was hanging out and your pants were down by the floor, and you're like, as you get older, you just don't care anymore. You say, "Fuck it." I'm like,
That's true. That is true.
because I said I'm not looking at you, and you said I don't care. I don't care
I don't care.
anymore.
I cannot care. Exactly.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing that you
It just is.
It just is. You don't
Yeah,
have to be
it's
modest
okay.
about anything. It's just
Well,
beyond
listen,
that.
I'm not going to allow this behavior to occur, 8 weeks from now.
Okay,
No, yeah.
I can't make a habit of this.
Right.
Okay.
I don't go, this will be the clutter in my life that I must get
Yes.
rid of. But right now, it's not clutter. It's just you're, post-op and you got to take care of stuff
Yeah,
and
right.
no big deal.
That's
you know?
right.
Yeah. I mean, if that urine specimen on the side of the bed is still
Oh,
there,
that's
in 2
right.
weeks.
Yeah.
I forgot
Well,
about
it's
that.
funny. I know, because you said you haven't been peeing in your urine catcher.
I tried to pee in my urinal. Okay,
that's
you
a
want to
new
know
book
the
coming
truth,
out.
guys? All right.
Urine catcher.
Oh,
I don't
no.
know.
Listen, Stanley, the corporation that made those.
I got that on I'm going to go to Netflix and
Yeah, urine catcher.
yeah, I'm gonna. Oh God, I can't think of the word when I want to go to Netflix and say something.
Green catcher?
Review?
Yeah, no. Oh my God.
Search?
No.
I have no idea.
Not post, but oh God.
Stream?
No. I'm streaming. I'm pitch. My lisp is not very good.
Pitch. I'm going to pitch my story about urine catcher.
Yeah, but
Gotcha.
I thought it's called urine catcher.
I'm going to have a product.
I have retainers.
Yes.
So I have a little bit of a lisp.
Yes, and they're looking good.
Yeah,
You're doing a good job.
Yeah, from the horse teeth that I had.
Horse teeth. You did not.
All right. It's all vanity.
Well, no, here's the thing, though.
As
the rest of the world is upping their game, and like they're improving their appearance by like their teeth are getting wider.
Yeah.
Yeah, screw that phone.
It's not a ring. And we're just accustomed to telemarketers just calling us all the time.
I'm just like, I'm not answering it.
No.
But it's so weird because like 10 years ago, things I felt okay with, I no longer feel okay with because the rest of the world has gotten Botox.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm like, every woman now has Botox. I guess I'm going to have to get Botox because I look a lot older than everybody else now.
No, you don't.
Oh, that's nice. Because you love me.
No.
I don't.
No.
They're both winking at me. They're both winking at me. Oh, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
That was the right answer. Yes, it was. Good job. Good job.
Hey, but I want to clarify something, though, because like you kind of made me sound like I can't go in a urinal in a little. How the problem is
we were laying flat,
and also even when I get in the edge of the bed, I can't because my prostate gets pressure on it, and then I can't pee.
So yes.
Oh, guys, come on.
I know you're. Dad,
we're not harassing you. We think it's adorable.
Thank you. Good. I can't wait to do the next old man thing,
which is coming around the corner anytime soon.
Right around the corner.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so getting back to the clutter.
Yes, we needed to get back to clutter.
I can say though, you know, as we address the clutter in our life and we get rid of it to create the void for the good new things we want.
Yes,
because you feel better when you have novelty in your life.
Yes.
And a lot of times you go, I can't do anything new because I got to still organize this, or I got to still take care of that, or my house is too, crappy, or whatever. And I know that Mama was talking about start with the rooms that make the most sense. Like for Norm, because right now he's laid up in bed.
This is my world.
Your world is your room. And because the doctor also said your dogs cannot come near you for fear of infection. I'm like, doctor, how dirty do you think my dogs are? And they're like, trust me, they're dirty. I'm like, okay. So this makes me mad because I'm sole bearer of the dogs right now.
Yeah.
Where we used to share the responsibility. But anyway, the physical therapist came in and said, your room's a little bit much.
Yeah.
Clutter. There's a lot going on here. And because your room represents way past, little past, and it's not appropriate for what's going on right now.
No.
And this is not who you're going to be forever, but we need to create the room and the environment for what it is. And that means we need to declutter a lot of the stuff that's in your room.
Yeah.
And we've done that already today. It took us like 6 minutes, but we had the intention, and we didn't bog down with, I've got to go through all my drawers. No, you don't.
Yeah.
The drawers, what's ever in the drawers right now is not contributing to the energy in the room.
It can all stay in the drawers for 6 months.
That's exactly right. Sometimes we get bogged down when we want to clear the clutter, and we go on, and we pick something that means literally nothing, that won't help us at all.
Yeah.
We have an upstairs bedroom that's just basically used for the eBay room, but it also was starting to be the junk room. Like anytime we had a piece of furniture we didn't want to, we brought up to this room, and no longer was this room energy forward. You go in there and you don't feel like putting something up on eBay, and within 2 hours,
we brought it back to life.
Yeah.
With the focus of we're not getting rid of anything. We're not going to go through every little piece of paper. None of this bullshit that really takes away time. Within 2 hours, we took this room that had a king size bed in it, and we turned it into a room that you could be in, sell stuff on eBay, and feel okay about it. And also, anybody who walks into that room doesn't feel bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you saw the transformation.
I did. It was amazing.
It was amazing. Took us less than 2 hours.
Yeah.
With the right intention. Now, I'm going to say something real quick about what Gregory is saying about bedtime and so forth like that. We talk about this in the Clutterfly Effect book Mom and I wrote. We talked about this idea of having bookends. Like your day, you want to have bookends in the morning and at the night, and these bookends give your day a hug.
Yeah.
Tony Robbins says at the end of his day, he names 3 things that he really loved that day. You know, Mom would say, name something that you appreciate or had gratitude for that day. Name something that you loved that day. Name something that you thought was humorous, funny. That was always me. I love seeing my days as what do I find quirky, sarcastic, funny. Like today, I was driving home, dropped the dogs off at the vets because I wanted a little space because I'm just overwhelmed right now with the dogs. I'm like, just need a break from them. Came home. This one, I noticed that in this one house in our subdivision, there was a beautiful fox just chilling. And then 20 feet away, I see 2 cats chilling.
Okay.
And I see those 2 cats have 3 kittens all chilling.
Okay.
Now this fox, initially I thought, I took a picture of it. I'm like,
Okay.
you can't see it out. You can't make heads or tails of it. No, I don't. I haven't.
Because you're driving.
Well, I stopped. I pulled over and I took a picture. But I have my iPhone didn't do the trick. But anyway, I thought to myself, what a wonderful experience. Here I am. I'm seeing the beauty of life, just hanging out, right?
Right.
And then I took a picture, drove away. And then I go, oh, I wonder if now that fox had a little kitten in his mouth.
Ooh, wow.
But he didn't look like he was on the prowl. He wasn't hiding. He was just literally on his side, chilling, watching the kitties play. He's like, maybe good.
Yeah.
Maybe he already had one the other day.
Yeah.
And so he's not hungry today.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
Or maybe he's just like, hey, we're all here. We're all hanging out.
Yeah.
Life is good.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to write that down in my journal tonight before I go to bed.
Yeah.
Hey, I saw this. Made me happy.
Yeah.
You know? Made me effing happy.
Yeah.
Did a podcast
I have
with my
2
family.
Cats, and
yes. You had 2 cats?
Yeah. They're not declawed.
Yes.
You can't do shit to them.
Okay. So
they will cut you.
Okay. So you're saying that fox had no chance with your
chance.
2. Okay. Gotcha.
That fox had no chance.
Okay. Gotcha.
So he just
he was chilling.
enjoying the day.
So
and then I thought that
maybe that's why the big cats are there, because the little cats, they know the little kittens are safe as long as they're there.
Little
keeping
kitten
the fox
claws
away.
are even worse than full grown.
they're
claws.
still like
They're like razor. They're like
sharp.
double razor sharp.
They're not softened by the perpetual scratching.
Gotcha.
Could be.
Gotcha.
Could be.
Yeah.
You know, another thing that I tend to do before I go to bed, and we're going to talk more about this in the weeks to come, because you talked about your new person that you become every morning.
Yes.
Abraham Hicks talks about that too. Like every morning when you go to bed, and you're sleeping, you literally release all resistance.
I think I used the word spawned.
Yes.
But I'll take just becoming a new person.
Yeah, spawned. I am, or like as in the Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yeah.
You have a new pod in the bedroom, growing overnight, and then it wakes up and then comes in the bedroom and it kills you.
Yeah.
Kills the old one. I'm new.
That is a right. You have to what is that movie other than Invasion of the Body Snatchers?
It was the Invasion.
All right, go ahead. Continue on with your great movie.
Okay, great. I like the original.
Yeah, the original one.
The new one, I don't
remember the new one.
The original was great. Donald Sutherland at the end.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, because he turned into
Jeff Goldblum.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And I saw, was it Donald? Whose butt did we see? Oh, I think it was the girl's butt we saw.
In the movie?
Yes.
I don't remember.
I just remember being young and seeing this movie and going, oh my gosh, I see somebody's butt.
Yeah.
And, it was a guy. I think it might have been Donald Sutherland. He had a sweater on and he reached for something and we saw his tushy. And I'm like, what?
He'd do something like that.
Yeah,
he wrote that himself probably.
Probably was all ad-libbed.
It probably was.
They say in the screen notes, screenplay said, wearing cute underwear.
I'm sure the
tidy whities.
I'm sure Donald Sutherland would be like, look, I'm with my girlfriend. I'm not wearing pants.
I go,
guys.
It's cold out. I'm putting a sweater on.
That's it.
Barely covers my junk.
Yeah.
So if I'm reaching for some peanut butter on the top shelf, you gotta see my butt.
Yeah.
And I'm like, keep it real, Donald.
Yeah, keep it real. And then they took more. They smoked some more pot, and then
yeah. They're like, okay.
And they did it.
Well, speaking
I don't want to get sued by Donald Sutherland or anybody.
we don't know if it was him. It was somebody in the movie. Now I have to go back and
I'm
look.
sure somebody in the movie smoked a little pot.
We don't know for sure. But it's so sad because Dad and I went to Texas last week before your surgery. We drove down there, and we went to a town, something Fender. Who was his name? Freddie Fender?
Freddie Fender.
Freddie Fender came from this one town in Texas.
Was it San Antonio?
Maybe. No, I think it was smaller than that.
Smaller than San Antonio?
And they have his face on the water tower.
Oh.
And then Dad informs me that he was in prison a long time for having one
joint.
One joint on him.
Damn.
But this was in the 60s.
Jesus.
I know.
Yeah.
He's like, what?
Yeah.
You know? And so, anyway, I just thought that was sad.
Crime.
That, Donald Sutherland, those guys are smoking pot all the time. Didn't spend one day in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I'm not saying I don't know for sure if it was Donald Sutherland or not. But
we must clarify. We do not know. We're
just talking.
Yeah, we are.
Could have been a stunt, but
no.
It could have been a stunt.
We have no idea what Donald Sutherland is. No. We love Donald Sutherland.
Exactly.
We love that movie.
I love that movie. So anyway.
Just please don't sue us for this. We're just talking, guys.
So
we're having a conversation.
There have been a couple times this week where I have been not able to sleep. And one thing that I do, besides doing like thinking, you don't even have to write things down. You can just think about the 3 things that made you happy or gave you joy or whatever. What did you love? Sometimes though, when I have a list of stuff, like I got all these things done and I don't feel like complete anything. If I just write them down again, I feel like my universal manager will take care of it. You know,
right.
God will take care of it. And then tomorrow I can pick it up again, but at least now it's down. I laid that bag down. I cleared that clutter up energetically. Yeah. And now I can have a good night's sleep. Now, I want to say we're talking about what Abraham Hicks said. You said spawning a new person.
Yes.
Tony Robbins talks about you must have a new identity.
Yeah.
And every time you wake up, you have that chance. I add that. Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about you have to have a different personality to accomplish your goals. Your clutter really represents your old personality, your old identity. It represents your resistance. So in the weeks to come, we're going to really tackle this stuff. And as a family, we're getting rid of our resistance, our clutter. We're following the Clutterfly Effect so that we bring in the life that we want to have.
Love it.
All right, guys.
Okay.
I want to say thank you for listening to the Clutterfly Effect podcast, our number 1. What are you going to say, Greg?
I was going to say, if you get the book, The Clutterfly Effect,
by Christine Marie and Julie.
The Clutterfly Effect by Christine Marie and Julie Peters.
Yep.
You'll see a picture of me in there.
Oh, that's right. And you look, well, I'm going to tell a story about that picture because a picture of you, I believe. Wait,
No, I was going to say, you can save the story for next time.
I'll save the story for next time.
We're running out of time.
We're running out of time? Okay. Oh, cliffhanger. Ooh. I'll tell the story next time. All right. So was it great?
It was great.
It was great.
It was great.